Breaking news is emerging from WWE SmackDown, and this time it's not just about what happened in the ring. It's the storm that erupted backstage once the cameras stopped rolling. The Bloodline, one of the most dominant and controversial factions in WWE history, is once again in turmoil. Just when fans thought the family drama had cooled off, a new twist has set the entire locker room ablaze. Tama Tonga, a name that carries both respect and fear, has officially made his shocking return to WWE. His comeback wasn't just another superstar reappearing after time away, it was a moment that changed the atmosphere of the entire night. Moments after SmackDown went off the air, chaos unfolded behind the scenes. The cameras caught exclusive footage that left everyone stunned. Jacob Fatu, the powerhouse and current enforcer of what remains of the Bloodline, was backstage, clearly in control of his space and presence. The tension in the air was already high, but it skyrocketed when Tama Tonga appeared unexpectedly. For the first time since he left the group months ago, Tama Tonga stood face-to-face with Jacob Fatu, his former ally turned adversary. The moment was electric, the kind that doesn't need words to communicate the depth of emotion behind it. The two men locked eyes, neither willing to back down, the atmosphere so intense it felt like the entire arena could feel it even from afar. The energy between them wasn't just about dominance, it was about history, betrayal, pride, and the future of a dynasty built on loyalty and legacy. Tama Tonga, known for his brutal honesty and no-nonsense attitude, was the first to break the silence. He told Jacob Fatu that he was sick of watching him destroy everything the Bloodline once stood for. He reminded him that the family was built on unity, respect, and power, not chaos and ego. His voice carried a mix of pain and fury, the kind that comes from someone who once believed in the cause but now feels betrayed by what it has become. Jacob Fatu, never one to back down from confrontation, didn't flinch. With his trademark smirk, he fired back that things had changed, and he's the one calling the shots now. According to him, the Bloodline doesn't need to live in the past or follow outdated traditions. He dared Tama Tonga to prove him wrong, stepping closer, chest out, challenging the returning star to take action if he truly believed he still had what it takes. What followed was pure chaos. Security rushed in just as the two looked ready to explode into a full-blown fight. The tension was unbearable, fists were clenched, voices raised, and for a split second, it looked like the walls of the backstage area would crumble under the pressure. The confrontation was short-lived, but its impact was immediate. Superstars and crew members could be seen in the background watching nervously, knowing that this wasn't just a personal rivalry. This was the kind of internal war that could tear the entire Bloodline legacy apart. The locker room hasn't been this shaken in years. Word spread like wildfire among the WWE roster, with everyone talking about what this means for the future of the Bloodline. Is Tama Tonga back to rebuild what was once the most feared faction in wrestling, or is he here to tear it down completely, brick by brick? Many in the WWE Universe are speculating that Tama's return could signal a dramatic shift in the power dynamics within the family. Some believe he's coming back to restore the honor that the group once had, a bloodline led by loyalty and strength rather than intimidation and manipulation. Others, however, think Tama Tonga might be out for revenge, ready to dismantle everything and everyone who wronged him before his departure. Jacob Fatu, on the other hand, seems determined to prove that he's the rightful leader of the next generation of the Bloodline. Since taking the reins, he's made it clear that he believes in evolution, not preservation. His reign has been marked by aggression and dominance, traits that make him both respected and feared. But now, with Tama Tonga back in the picture, that dominance is being challenged in a way that could either redefine or destroy the Bloodline's entire legacy. WWE officials reportedly had to separate the two men multiple times after the cameras stopped recording. Sources close to the situation say that the tension backstage continued long after the initial confrontation, with several members of the roster voicing concern that things could escalate even further in the coming weeks. Some even suggested that Roman Reigns, the tribal chief himself, may need to step in to restore order before things spiral completely out of control. For months, the Bloodline has been fractured. Jey Uso's independence, Jimmy Uso's resentment, Solo Sikoa's unpredictable behavior, and now Jacob Fatu's rise to power have all added layers of complexity to a story that feels like it's been years in the making. Tama Tonga's return only adds more fuel to an already raging fire. His reputation precedes him, a fierce competitor with a warrior's heart, a man who values respect above all else, and someone who isn't afraid to call out family if it means saving what's left of it. The WWE Universe is buzzing with theories. Some fans think Tama Tonga could be aligning himself with those who want to see the original Bloodline values return. Others believe he's taking matters into his own hands to prove that the family doesn't need one leader, but rather unity through strength. Whatever his motive, one thing is crystal clear: his presence changes everything. The Bloodline storyline has always been about family, power, and loyalty, but also betrayal and pride. It's a story that mirrors real-life dynamics, where blood ties don't always guarantee loyalty and where power often comes at the cost of peace. The confrontation between Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu was more than just two men arguing backstage. It was a symbol of a deeper struggle within the heart of the Bloodline. Who truly represents the legacy of this wrestling dynasty? Who has the right to carry on its name? Is it the old guard who fought for respect, or the new era determined to reshape it into something more ruthless and dominant? As WWE prepares for next week's SmackDown, speculation is at an all-time high. Will Tama Tonga officially return to in-ring competition? Will Jacob Fatu accept his challenge and settle things once and for all inside the squared circle? Or will this conflict continue to grow, consuming everyone connected to the Bloodline until there's nothing left but broken pieces of what was once the most unstoppable force in WWE history? Fans are demanding answers, and the company knows that this storyline has struck a chord. Every fan who watched the Bloodline's rise knows that this isn't just another feud. It's a family war with roots that run deep. What started as a proud legacy has turned into a battlefield where loyalty is questioned, leadership is challenged, and respect must be earned all over again. Tama Tonga's words still echo. He's tired of seeing the family's legacy being destroyed. But Jacob Fatu's confidence sends a clear message. He's not stepping aside for anyone. The next chapter in this saga could define the future of WWE's most dominant family faction. Whether Tama Tonga's mission is to rebuild the Bloodline or to dismantle it entirely, one thing is undeniable: the war within the family has only just begun. The cameras may have stopped rolling, but the story is far from over. What happens next could change everything we know about the Bloodline. For now, all